Welcome back. We're here at the At Home offices right on Main Street in New London. And joining me now from the Kearsarge Chorale is Isa Rex, both treasurer and performer with the group. Thanks for joining us.
Very nice to be here. Thank you.
You have your big November concert coming up on the 15th.
That is correct. 3 p.m. at Sawyer Theater at Colby Sawyer College.
Super. So what can we expect from this year's performance?
I think you can expect an exciting performance. I think you're dressed entirely appropriately for this interview because the title of our program is actually Bach in Blue.
Okay.
And this comes about the way the program is actually, the music that we're doing is being organized. We're doing music of two composers. One is Will Todd, a young British composer, and his piece is Mass in Blue. And the other piece is by Johann Sebastian Bach, Cantata number 106. And the way it's arranged, we will be doing the first three movements of the Mass, and then we will then have the cantata being conducted by Simeon Morrow, our new assistant artistic director. And then we will conclude the performance with the last three movements of the Mass in Blue. So the Bach is being showcased in the middle of Blue.
Wow.
And if I didn't mention it before, the Mass in Blue is very much in the jazz idiom, and it's something new for a lot of the singers, but it's very cool.
What fun. Well, you're in rehearsal now.
Yes.
So I'm sure that it's just electric.
Yes, it is. And I find myself, I have snippets going through my head all the time, which is actually a good sign when you're singing, because it means you're learning the music, David.
Right. That's terrific. Talk a little bit about who the chorale consists of. We've got so many talented people here.
Yes, the chorale is about 50 to 55 people. Singers from the area who really enjoy singing and want to broaden their musical education by learning new music. And I think through the auspices of David Amen, we have been introduced to many pieces that a lot of us would probably never have come into contact with.
Sure.
And I think also when you work on music for a performance, it becomes part of you. And so it's really something you can identify with when you hear it at some other venue after you have done it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that sounds terrific. Do you have specific soloists that will be performing at this show?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have Carolyn Fisher, who is a lovely soprano. She sings jazz and classical. She's from Hartford, Connecticut. And she sung with us when we performed the Rudder Requiem a few years ago.
Okay.
And then we have some wonderful musicians that have performed with us before. Joe Henderson, who plays a mean jazz piano, and he is our accompanist also. Nicole Densmore, who plays the flute, and a lot of people have heard her also at our concerts. And I had mentioned Simeon Morrow before. He also plays the double bass, and he's going to be participating. And as well, we have Mike Alberici, hope I have the pronunciation right, from Hopkinton on the alto saxophone for the Mass.
Wow, this really is jazz infused.
It is. It totally is.
That sounds like a great show, and it's quite different for what I'm used to hearing the chorale do.
I think you'll find
great.
that. And the flow from the Todd Mass in Blue through the cantata and then back to the Mass in Blue is really beautiful.
That's super. Well, a little bit of shameless self-promotion. YCN is actually taping, recording with our three great cameras, awesome camera people, this show, and it'll be broadcast over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. So you can catch it numerous times there. So watch it live, come to the show, and then you'll be able to watch it again a couple weeks later
Wonderful.
on TV. So thanks so much. So many exciting things going
You're
on.
very welcome.
Have a wonderful concert. We've got your information up on the screen if anyone wants more information.
Good.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Take care.